Probably about a month back when the Hong Kong protests started, I did a really short 5 minute video on why the protests were taking place, referencing China's want to take over their criminal justice system. The people of Hong Kong not really feeling that. I mean, there's a lot more to it, but I was being very quick about it because it is so nuanced and it is so varied. Well, since then, there has been several, I guess, developments in the China Hong Kong situation, and one of the bigger stories came out after the Houston Rockets GM tweeted solidarity with the Hong Kong protesters. China got wind of that, and now they're pissed. And so, because China is a communist country, and their people there, they live under this regime where the government basically controls everything. There is no free speech in China. They don't play that game. So yeah, let's check this one article out from CNN in Business Insider. Oh well, CNN Business. China won't show NBA preseason games as backlash over Hong Kong tweet grows. This is written by Michelle To. China won't broadcast or stream NBA preseason games held in the country. So they're just talking about the preseason. They ain't talking about the regular season because over there, ball is life, okay? Like the Chinese market loves hooping. They love basketball. Remember, you may or may not remember the phenomenon that was Yao Ming. I mean, seriously, it really became big business over there. And there's tons of, players like the WNBA players. They go overseas. They make hella cash just hooping for Chinese people. So, like, like this is what happens when you got globalization. It's a dramatic escalation of a political firestorm that began when the general manager of the Houston Rockets expressed support for pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong. CCTV Sports Channel said Tuesday that it had decided to immediately halt broadcast of the Basketball League's preseason matches in China after it expressed its strong dissatisfaction over NBA Commissioner Adam Silver's response to Daryl Morey's tweet. The broadcaster is also reviewing its wider relationship with the NBA. Why? Because, they wanted him gone. I mean, if it had been China, he wouldn't be found right now. All right, like, oh, word, huh? You want to sit there and talk about you want to be pro democracy? I will throw you in a prison or a dungeon. Tencent, the NBA's exclusive digital partner in China, also said it would suspend the streaming for 2 NBA preseason games in China. The controversy began when Morey tweeted his support for the demonstrations in Hong Kong over the weekend. His post, which has since been deleted, included an image that read, "Fight for freedom, stand with Hong Kong." The former British colony, now controlled by China, has been rocked by months of political unrest. Those remarks led several Chinese businesses to suspend ties with the Rockets, throwing that team's relationship with the country into doubt. That backlash triggered an initial response from the NBA on Monday. In a statement, the organization said it recognized that Morey's views had deeply offended many of our friends and fans in China, which is regrettable. But that statement, too, invited more criticism, this time from Americans. U.S. politicians accused the NBA of kowtowing to Beijing to protect its financial interest. It's a business, guys. What do you expect them to do? I mean, when the money's involved, what do you expect them to do, huh? Because they're going to try to save as much that they can. They're going to try to save as many relationships as they can, as many lucrative relationships. And I'm sure the Chinese market is a very, very sweet one for the Houston Rockets. On Monday, Silver himself waded into the fray. He reportedly spoke to Kyodo News, a local news outlet in Japan, and issued a response to the blowback. Wait, but Japan and China aren't the same. Okay, that's just racist. I've read some of the media suggesting that we are not supporting Daryl Morey, but in fact we have, Silver told Kodoi News. I think as a values-based organization that I want to make it clear that Daryl Morey is supported in terms of his ability to exercise his freedom of expression. In its decision Tuesday to halt NBA broadcasts, CCTV pointed to the response of NBA Commissioner Adam Silver in Japan. So, okay, so yeah, they didn't. What's the name? They wanted a stronger condemnation of his Mr. Morey, but the deal is that we're Americans, man. Come on, China, like you're being unreasonable. This is how living in a communistic country is isn't all it's cracked up to be. We express our strong dissatisfaction and opposition to Silver's stated support of Maury's right to free speech. Well, tell us how you really feel. We believe any remarks that challenge national sovereignty and social stability do not belong in the category of free speech, the network said. We will also immediately examine all other cooperation and exchanges with the NBA. Oh man, so they really getting at those dollars, huh? I think this could be interesting because in a way, maybe the NBA and basketball could be the thing that turns China over from, because once they decide, hey, yeah, we're not gonna mess with the NBA players or anything else like that. I mean, maybe the people might be like, oh, wait, you messing with my entertainment now, right? You messing with my sports. Who knows? This decision has immediate implications. The Los Angeles Lakers and Brooklyn Nets are set to face off in Shanghai on Thursday, followed by a rematch in Shenzhen on Saturday. Some social media users in China have been calling for boycotts of the NBA events. So they have their own SJWs out there, huh? I guess. But that's the thing. It's not just the NBA. No. South Park, one of the favorite shows around here. Yeah, they went at China hard, particularly when it comes to the entertainment market, because so many movie studios now are placating to China's demands. And guess what? I'm not wholly against it. Would you like to know why? Because that's why there's like the entertainment industry, the Hollyweird, hasn't been able to just go completely bonkers with the alternative lifestyle films that they alternative lifestyles that they want to incorporate in their films. Like, oh yeah, we can't have people just straight up making out. And like, we can't have two chicks just straight up making out in a movie that we want to make $1 billion, because you got to send it overseas to China. And it's a big part of the reason why Star Wars got didn't do as well as it could have. I think it was The Last Jedi in China. It was knocked out really early. Primarily, I mean, a big part, allegedly, a big part of that being the Finn and Rose Tico kiss. And it's like, yo, like, what are you doing? So. But let's read this article from Business Insider. South Park creators issue a mocking apology to China after the show was reportedly banned in the country. The South Park creators, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, issued an apology to China through the show's Twitter account on Monday. The statement came after The Hollywood Reporter reported that South Park had been banned from China's internet. The most recent episode of the animated series, banned in China, mocked the country's censorship. The creators of South Park have issued an apology to China after the show's most recent episode mocked the country's censorship and Hollywood's reliance on its theatrical market for movies. The official South Park Twitter account on Monday tweeted the comedic statement below. Official apology to China from Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and into our hearts. We too love money more than freedom and democracy. Z doesn't look just like the Winnie the Pooh at all. Tune in to our 300th episode this Thursday at 10. Long live the Great Communist Party of China. May this autumn Sorghum harvest be bountiful. We good now, China? Okay. That statement came after The Hollywood Reporter on Monday reported South Park had been banned from the Chinese internet, and that videos, mentions, and discussion forums for the Comedy Central animated series had been removed or shut down. The episode banned in China references China's crackdown on Winnie the Pooh industry, which has become a symbol of resistance to the country's leading Communist Party and its leader, Xi Jinping. The Disney movie, Christopher Robin, did not even play in China last year. Oh, so out in China, they're clowning their leadership because the whole communism thing ain't really working for them. And they say they clearly have drawn the comparison between the Communist Party leader, and Winnie the Pooh. And so, yeah, no honey, Christopher Robin. No Tigger? Oh, no. The wonderful thing about Tigers are wonderful things. The statement from Parker and Stone also mocked the NBA's apology to China after the Houston Rockets general manager, Daryl Morey, tweeted on Friday and then deleted an image with the slogan, "Fight for freedom, stand with Hong Kong." In solidarity with the Hong Kong protesters, the NBA issued a statement that said it was regrettable that Morey's views deeply offended so many of our friends and fans in China. But yeah, this is one of the reasons I wanted to, just go back over this story because it involves basketball, South Park, some of my favorite things, and really, China and communism just antithetical, man. Because remember, the guy that's running in the South Ward, he told me, he's like, yeah, I'm a communist. Okay, cool. I cannot rock with that, So why? Because it is a terrible, terrible idea, and what it does is it stifles people. It doesn't allow room for growth. It doesn't allow room for creativity, and it's really just Big Brother. And there's a lot of forces and a lot of people who would love to have such an authoritarian type control over the country and over the nation, but at the end of the day, as Americans, we are all about, hey, do you? I'm gonna do me, and let's when we see each other, let's laugh. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, yeah, go ahead, do that too. I ain't scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like. Don't quite like me like that. And speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments. Like the Hong Kong protest are them trying to save their democracy, wanting to keep the will of the people as the, guiding principle there. China's gone back on its word when it comes to Hong Kong, because they once promised them their sovereignty after they left from colonial British control. So either ways, let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next one.